Welcome to the Dutch Endeavor podcast. Haven't been canceled yet. We're on like episode 2025. But hey, welcome. Uh this one's gonna be a rough one, I think. I tried to have some things that'll lighten this up, but in light of today, there's some things that need to be said. And if you're not sure what happened today, don't worry. We'll get into that. And I have some of my own opinions about that. Oh, where do we start? Did you guys have a good weekend? I did not. It snowed here in Denver the whole time. It was awful. Um, got to watch some golf though. Good golf tournament. Uh, played some video games. I got to 100 in the battle pass. So if you guys watch me stream, um, we got to 100. New season comes out, I think Thursday. Well, tomorrow night at like 10. I'll try and stream it, but I probably won't. And we're gonna up our video quality. So look out, get ready. Like I said, we got the new background with a couple stickers from the Blippo one and some other ones. So sorry if you missed out on that. I Jesus, I guess let's just dive into this. This is gonna be a mess, and I have some fun things to talk about though too. Like, yeah, let's start off with something fun. I like to cook. If someone would give me the money, I'd open my own restaurant. And I'd like to think I'm a good cook. Lots of people have said, I can make it. I can do it. I do nice things. They taste good. Taste great. But what in the fuck has happened to Food Network? Man, I actually love Food Network. It was cooking shows all the time. And now, Sunday morning cooking shows, we'll get to those because that's all it is now. The only cooking, like actual cooking shows, are Sunday morning. The rest of it is just ridiculous fucking competitions. And I I hate that crap. Now, if you like reality TV, E Network, TLC, which the Learning Channel, how the fuck did that get there? Discover, frankly, all the networks I love have been overrun by just reality TV garbage. The History Channel, there's no history on that channel anymore. It is literally just reality bullshit. No one fucking cares. Well, obviously, some people care about it because it is just ruining TV. Well, the TV that I like, because I like sports and then I like to watch, history, discovery, but I want to watch like animal shows like Planet Earth. Great. Um, that's it. That's all I got. I don't fucking care. I think Deadliest Catch is a dumbass show. I think Street Outlaws is a really fucking stupid show. I think all the reality crap is stupid except for one, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Even HGTV is like, it's all reality shit that never, and they call it reality, but none of this crap ever happens. I hope you folks understand that. But let's focus on Food Network, okay? So Food Network is literally just all competition shows now, I believe. Yeah, pretty much. Um Now, reality competition. Let's be clear about some things. Chopped is not a real show. If you think that's reality or a competition, you're touched in the head. First of all, your prowess as a chef is not like, here's a bag of crap nobody would ever eat, much less eat together. Make me something that I don't gag on camera with. Because let's be honest about some of this stuff. It doesn't taste good. It just doesn't make them gag. And they're like, oh, I really like what you did with monkey brains, cow shit, and donkey piss. You've actually made this palatable. No, you didn't. Okay? You did it for TV. Secondly, like I said, your prowess as a chef is not based upon how you can take crappy food and make it like barely palatable, which I truly believe that's what it is. I want you to take the best food you can find, and I want you to take any food you can find, anything you want, and I want you to make me the best thing you can. That's a cooking competition. That's why I said there's two. All right, so there's two of them. I meant one, but there's two. Iron Chef, the American one, they screwed up and is stupid. But like the old Iron Chef Japanese, that was all like dubbed and stuff. I'll give that. Okay, they gave him a star ingredient, but they got to use like anything else in the world to go with that ingredient, and they that was their best with a maybe difficult ingredient. Sometimes maybe not difficult. I guess I can tolerate that. The rest of it, I don't give a shit. You shouldn't be timed, and you shouldn't get weird shit. You should be like, all right, man, here, pick whatever you want, make your best dish. Okay, whoever's is the best wins. If that's that would be the best chef. And I think that's how like the Michelin star works, or the James Beard. They don't go to your restaurant and be like, all right, I know you have a menu, but here's a bunch of weird crap. Make something good, and then we're gonna have three pretentious. And that's why I dislike the judges on, especially Chopped and some of the other judges. You're pretentious fucks, okay? First of all, I highly doubt you could do any better. But no one will ever know that because we'll prop you up. Secondly, again, you can't critique crap. Like if you give somebody a bunch of shit to do and they do a terrible job, you should be like, well, yeah, you had horrible ingredients. It's like I like Guy Ferry or whatever the fuck his name is. I mean, I don't like him. I like what he does for his community because he's helped out the restaurant industry tremendously. Dude's a good dude. A little goofy with all like the man jewelry and the hair and stuff, but the guy at heart is a good dude. Guys Go Shoe Games is a dumb show. I'm sorry, but it is. First of all, you can't have like an all frozen or all like TV dinner thing. Nothing you come up with is going to be good. I don't care how good of a chef you are, it's just not going to be good. You can't make all a collection of shitty food good. There's no amount of salt in the world that can do that. It's salt and hot sauce. It's not. It's a dumb show. It's a dumb premise. It's a dumb premise. It's maybe not a dumb show because I like some of the people on that show. Let's see. The guy who died, loved him. Who was it? Carl the Cuban? I thought he was great. The chick from California, man. Mufasa or Lorenzo, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. I love her. Um, the little Southern girl, Damaris, love her. Some I don't like though. A little weird guy with glasses, not into that. What happened to the Food Network? That's the point of this ramble. Is like, where the hell? I want cooking back. Show me some recipes and show me how to make them. Now, if there's another reality show that I'm on the fence about, it's Beat Bobby Flay or anything Bobby does. I used to hate Bobby because he's just a pompous ass. And then I loved him, and now I'm kind of like, eh. Still like him, but I'm not sold. Because so what Beat Bobby Flay is, they get two chefs together and they use like a special ingredient and they got to make their best dish. And then whoever wins that goes against Bobby Flay. But the person who won gets to like call out their signature dish and be like, hey man, I make this better than anybody. You got to make it too, and we'll go to blind taste tests. Great. Let's be clear about a couple things. I don't really think Bobby wins all the time. I mean, he does win all the time in the show, but I don't really think he does. There's no goddamn way that one man can cook everything better than everyone else. Even if, like, they're special. They got some Indian guy in there who's like, I'm super good at making green curry with blah, blah. And Bobby's like, I haven't made this in 30 years. And he beats the guy. No, it doesn't happen. He always loses to pastry chefs, though. He can't make pastries, and I think everyone knows it, so they can't give him the win because it would be too obvious. Also, like I watched one the other day, pancakes. No, fuck you. You want to win a pancake competition? Go down to your local Target or King Stupids might have it now, and buy yourself some Grizzly cakes. The Grizzly protein cakes. It's in a black box. It's like it's healthy shit that actually tastes good. And this is not a plug for them. They don't sponsor us, but I will ask them about it. Grab you some Grizzly cakes. Follow the fucking directions. Maybe add just a little bit of vanilla if you like sweeter pancakes. Maybe a tablespoon, whatever. Follow the directions. Those are good pancakes. I don't want any kind of weirdo pancakes. And that isn't something you can judge. Biscuit pancakes are good too. It's a dumb competition. I don't like it. And you're like, oh, Dutch, but wait a minute. On Sunday morning, they do have cooking shows. Yes, they do. I'm pretty pissed they got rid of Ina. I love Ina. Not only does she make good food, now granted, you gotta have a little dough to cook her stuff because all of her recipes are like good vodka, good olive oil, good beef, good. She makes like $100 recipes, but they are delicious. Made a lot of stuff from Ina. Sometimes tweak it, sometimes don't. Oh, if you are listening to this and you do make something Ina, half her salt. God, does she love salt? You gotta have it. When she says a teaspoon, do a half teaspoon. When she says a tablespoon, whew, probably teaspoon. She loves her salt, but all of her stuff's good. So I love her cooking shows. Barefoot Contest is not on there anymore, or maybe they're in between seasons, but I haven't seen it in a while. And she has good cocktails. Like I'm not a cocktail guy. I'm a whiskey feller. I do like margaritas, but lime, tequila, Cointreau, done. That's a margarita. Ina says that though too. Like her Duke's martinis, girlfriends, moms, grandma, everybody loves them. I even can tolerate like one, and they're great. They're a piss load of booze, and really, they're excellent tasting. That's a cooking show. We like Ina. Let's see what else is on Sunday. Oh, Ree Drummond, can't stand her. She's her voice and her casseroles, but that's cooking show, so I will give them that. Okay. Um, Trisha's show, it needs more Garth. Garth needs to be on that show a whole lot more. I'd watch it every weekend if Garth was on there. Man, I do watch it anyways because it's the only cooking on there. And then you got the little 12-year-old girl who lives on a farm in like Ohio or something, and I can't stand her. All her crap has like sprinkles on it. Literally everything is fucking sprinkles and like bright pink goddamn frosting. She makes fried chicken with that crap on there. Still a cooking show though. I don't care for her recipes. So yeah. And then the rest of Food Network is like, oh, the ultimate grilling challenge where you have to like grill up a steak falling from an airplane and pull your parachute before you all die. Not cooking. What happened to Food Network? What happened to Discovery Channel? Christ, what happened to like, what was it? Wild? What was that name of that show? Super Wild or Wild World or I don't know. It was about animals. It was cool. And now it's all, like Gold Rush this and Homestead that and Deadly is this dumbass thing. And Dirty Jobs was a good reality show. I love Mike Rowe. But the rest of it's just garbage made for dumb people, which I think that's unfortunate what all TV is now. But yeah, bring Food Network back. I want more cooking shows and bring Ina back. And put Ina and Martha Stewart together because I love Martha. If you guys have never seen the show, and I don't know what network it's on now. It's probably on demand if you have cable, and if you're a cable cutter, I can't help you because I don't know how you watch live sports and we can't be friends. But it's a show called Martha Knows Best, and it's fucking hilarious. Informative though too. She does a lot of cocktails and a lot of landscaping, which I'm super okay with. But she has some of her friends on that I do like her and Snoop Dogg, unlikely pair, absolutely awesome together. Love it. Her little gardener boy, I like him too. He's funny. And then some of her celebrity friends can fuck off though. But yeah, Martha's great. And if Martha and Ina made a show together, I'd be hooked. I'd love it. But who knows? I don't have enough. I don't know what I was doing the other day, but I thought about this. I don't have enough leather shirts. Frankly, I don't have any leather shirts. But I thought about this style wise, I guess. Because I'm not the most stylish person in the world. I'll be the first to admit. I mean, I look good in everything I do, but I'm like shorts and a t-shirt kind of guy, jeans and a t-shirt kind of guy. And all my t-shirts, okay, I won't say all, but like 99% are free. I got them at a bar. I got them at some charity thing. I got them like at a fun run. I, they're all free. I don't pay for t-shirts. I think that's silly. Who fucking cares what's on your t-shirt? It's just because they won't let you not wear a shirt. And trust me, if I didn't have to wear a shirt, I wouldn't. As soon as I get home, I'm like popping the shirt off. I think I gotta wear it on stream. Like I don't know what YouTube's policy on no shirt is, but I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it. And right now it's fucking cold. But the so there are a couple things. Like I've spent money on suits in the past, but I don't have to wear those anymore, so I don't give a shit. My shorts, I wear bird dog shorts. Okay? If you don't wear these, they're fucking life changing. Okay? They got the underwear like built in them. They're awesome. Just go get those. But the rest of it, I don't fucking care. And it hit me. Because, like girlfriends, wives, whatever, are always like, not always, one of them, no. But most of them, and some of the guys are even friends of mine and stuff, are super into it. It's like, Dutch, you literally wear free t shirts and bird dog. Yes, dude, I don't fucking care. But I think I need another leather shirt or a leather shirt. I don't know where I'd wear it, but it just seems cool. Maybe some leather pants now. That'd be too hot. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just an observation of this week. So, now unfortunately, we have to get into more serious things, but there this stuff's important because we are so ass goddamn head up our ass fucking backwards. It's not even funny. And we'll start with the lighter versions, okay? So, let me find this over here and hopefully it's not too nuts for everybody. Okay. So what we're going to do now is in Boulder, which is not Denver, but it's close to. It's in Colorado. There's a lawyer, um, Linda Sue Smolin, I think her name is, started a GoFundMe campaign to raise money for billboards. And this is, I assume, what she wants the billboards to say. And this is, I quote, "Imagine highways using traffic laws written in 1791. Imagine radio, television, and internet run by 1970 or 1791 regulations. Imagine limiting yourself to medical care available in 1791. The Second Amendment was written in 1791." And that's underlined. And then in huge letters, it says, "Thoughts and prayers are not enough." All right, Linda Sue, you dumb bitch. Let me educate you on a couple of things, ma'am. I'm assuming you're ma'am. I wouldn't want to. Yes, the Constitution was ratified in 1791. But imagine your First Amendment rights being governed by something written in 1791. Oh no, we don't. You're still okay with that? Shut the fuck up. Imagine any of your the bill. We'll start with the Bill of Rights. So if you're not familiar, the Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments, and we'll skip two because two is going to play into one of my stupid tweets this week. But the third, no soldier shall. All right, I'm not even gonna. The third is the quartering. Okay, the government can't force you to house soldiers. That was in 1791. Do you want to get rid of that one? Search and seizure. That's 4. You want to get rid of that one? What about 5? Capital punishment. You want to do that? The government can't just come in and take your property without just compensation, crap like that. There's tons of that in there. Double jeopardy's in there. You can't be convicted of the same crime twice. You want to just dump that one too? You stupid. Unbelievable. How about 6? You want speedy trial by a jury of your peers? You want to dump that one too? Oh, the 5th is to plead the 5th, self-incrimination. You dump that, and now back onto the 6th. You want to dump the right to confront your accusers? Any of that crap? How about 7? Do you even know what 7 is, you stupid bitch? I'm pretty sure 7 is the ability to bring civil suits outside of the criminal. What about 8? Excessive bail. That's right up your alley, I can almost assume, because you want to get rid of all cash bonds. It also is no cruel and unusual punishment, no torture. That was in 1791. Should we dump that too? Upgrade it to today's standard and say, yeah, well, let's torture the shit out of some people. 9's rough, and I did some research on 9. Okay. The 9th Amendment, as I understand it, is that if the Constitution tells you you can't do it, the federal government, it doesn't mean that you should go out and make laws saying you can do other things. Okay? That's how I understand it. I could be a little wrong. I should do more research. But should we dump the 9th? How about the 10th? So the power, which says, hey, the powers that are not delegated by the Constitution or prohibited, the rest of it should be made up by the states. That's states' rights to the people. Should we dump that crap? I mean, should we go through the other ones? Because I'm pretty sure one of them, which wasn't, ratified in 1791, but it's pretty old. What about your right to vote there, Linda Sue? You stupid fuck. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, all right, and then the Second Amendment is, and we'll read this because it's important. I mean, it's very important. And the wording is extremely important. We can debate it forever, but it's completely wrong how most people interpret it. And for instance, that's what we'll get to in the this special son of a bitch. And that brings me to my next point, which is like, so not only is this billboard idea just fucking crazy, and we've been over this, like, this is dumb. You're stupid for coming up with this. Okay? Um like, you're really dumb for coming up with this. And it's unfortunate that people are giving you any kind of credence. Because to say that, oh, these laws were, or the Bill of Rights was written so far ago that we shouldn't have to listen to it anymore. What about the other 9? Or what about the other 25? Because I think there's 26 amendments now that prohibition was dumped. Let's make sure about that. Yeah, there's 26 others because there's 27 total. So yeah, there's 26 others. Okay. Should get rid of those because they weren't written yesterday for your simpleton ass. Okay, so the point that I'm making though is that the Second Amendment says, and this is verbatim, a well regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. So, what that means in layman's terms is that the government needs an army so they can be a free country. A well regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So, again, let me simplify this for you. The first is a statement, and the second is the effect of that. And what they say is, hey, you know what? A state, a country, the government, they need an army to protect themselves against other people. Okay? But the people need guns and stuff to protect themselves against the fucking army and the government. That's literally what that says. And you can debate it to your heart's content, but I promise you you're wrong. So this is Colin Lion Noir. I don't know. Mr. Colin Noir. He's a I'm assuming a black conservative on Twitter. It looks like it because a lot of his stuff does lean right. But he tweeted out something the other day that I have to correct a little bit. And it's the tweet is this: them Second Amendment is about the militia. You don't need an AR-15. And then he says me which I'm assuming this is his response. In quote, the militia is comprised of all able-bodied males. Disagree. These men are expected to appear bearing arms supplied by themselves and of a kind in common military use at the time. And he's citing U.S. v. Miller, 1939, 307 U.S. 174. So again, he thinks that the Second Amendment is saying that the people should have guns so when they need to form a militia to defend themselves against foreign evils, they can. Nope, that is not right. And this is the problem with this, is that I know your heart's in the right place, Mr. Noir, whatever you want to say. But you're fucking wrong. It's we don't have a bunch of armed citizens that form the militia. The militia is the modern day army, okay? And when the army or modern day army / government, blah blah blah, that's what the militia is. And what the Second Amendment says is that when that modern day militia / government gets a little too big for their britches, the citizens need to be armed so they can take up against the army / government, okay? And overthrow the tyranny and crap, kind of like what they did in 1776 in the Revolutionary War. But for him to put this crap out there is the problem, is that he, even again with the best intentions, is misinterpreting this, and so many people do it. And it's back to the crazy bitch in Boulder who's misinterpreting it, like, well, this was written back in 1791, it doesn't apply to modern times. Well, neither does your free speech then, stupid. So we should be able to publicly execute you for your dumb billboard. Oh, no. But you want that. You want that amendment to still count from 1791? What about a woman's right to vote, which I should know this, but I don't. Maybe it's the 14th Amendment. That wasn't recent. And maybe it's 100 years ago, 50 years ago. I mean, times have changed since, 1950. Should we adapt all this? Oh, yeah, but Dutch, the Constitution isn't set in stone, and yes, it should change with the times. You know what? You're exactly right, and there are procedures in place to amend. It's funny why they call it amendments, because you can amend the Constitution. It's slow and it's difficult, but I think that's the point. So yeah, if you got a problem with the second, you need to amend the Constitution. You don't need to go with Uncle Joe's executive orders and all your dumbass laws about this. Because it says shall not be infringed, which means you can't do anything about it, no matter how scared or crazy you are. I know that was the most articulate, but it drives me crazy that even my side doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's infuriating. And I mean, this guy's got, let's see here, he's got 200,000 people that follow him, which, I mean, he's no Kim K that's got what, 2 billion? Who knows? But 200,000 people probably saw that. They're like, oh, yeah, good point. No, terrible point. You're wrong. That's stupid and wrong. All right. Now we have to get into the horrible stuff, I think. Let's see if we can. Yeah, we'll get into the real shitty crap, and then we'll go to some lighter stuff. Still stupid, but just probably not as inflammatory. So for those of you who don't know, um today the jury in the Derek Chauvin trial, he's the guy who he's the cop who killed George Floyd. The jury rendered their verdict today and it was read, and um the guy was guilty of all three accounts. All three counts. My opinion on that absolutely doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. No one's opinion matters. He was tried by a jury of his peers and he was found guilty, and now he is going to suffer the consequences of his guilt. Oh, wait a minute. I think those rules were written in 1790. Ah, fuck it. Let's just get rid of him and hang him now. What an idiot. Who still follows that kind of law from, or those amendments and that Bill of Rights from 1791? Disgusting. Point is, the man was found guilty of the crimes he was charged with, and he will suffer the consequences of them. The problem I have is with communities, politicians. I'm not sure benefiting is the right word, but using it as a platform to riot and loot, using it as a platform to further their nonsense agendas and all that. All right, the man's guilty. Whether I agree with it, you agree with it, anybody, doesn't matter. Jervis Pierce said he's guilty. He's guilty. Due process prevailed. The dude's guilty. Now, what we don't need is Nancy Pelosi going up there and in the first couple seconds of her speech today, thanking George Floyd for dying to further their wacko agenda about systematic racism and police brutality and all that dumb shit. Yeah, Nancy actually thanked him for dying. Like he made some kind of ultimate sacrifice for the cause. Do you not understand? How fucked up is that? Let me see if I can actually play the first parts of this. And I'm gonna just pop on my headphones real quick so I can hear it too, and maybe you guys can. And I'll put it in the little window and we'll see how this goes. Okay. So this is Nancy Pelosi. In her little speech today. Okay.
So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice, for being there to call.
Sacrificing your life for justice. What kind of insane liberal bullshit is that? That's not even liberal at this point. That's just fucking crazy. That's absolutely fucking crazy. But she has a platform. Absolutely fucking crazy. But she has a platform to say this stuff, and some people are like, dude's a hero. He's not a hero. He was a criminal who came to a very unfortunate demise. Let's be very clear about that. Now, his demise might have been caused by, his demise was caused by another criminal, because Derek Chauvin is now a convicted criminal. And again, it doesn't matter what I think or what you think about it. A jury of his peers, through due process, convicted him, and he is now a convicted criminal. Just like George Floyd was. And that doesn't justify shit. What happened to that man was unfortunate. But I tell you what, he didn't sacrifice shit for your cause, Nancy. And to lay that out there like that makes you, the third biggest piece of shit this week. Don't worry. We got two more bigger pieces of shit this week. So the second one, and I'm going to try and do this video again, is actually this comes from my side. Well, not my side anymore, because let's face facts. Fox News is not my side. Fox News is a bunch of goddamn idiots. Truly goddamn idiots. Like, they're not as crazy nuts as the left-wing media, but they are getting there. They are absolutely getting to that level of fucking crazy. And here's a perfect example. So we've got this guy, Greg Gutfeld. Okay. And he's on Fox News, and I don't know what kind of contributor he is, or I know I've heard the name, but I don't really pay that much attention to it. But I want you to listen to what this guy has to say. It's absolutely, utterly insane. Here we go. All right, Greg, take it away, you dumb fuck.
And now I'm going to just get really selfish. I'm glad that he was found guilty on all charges.
Yeah.
Even if he might not be guilty of all charges.
Oh, my God.
And you can hear it in the background. Hold on. Just think about this for a minute.
I am.
So that moron Greg thought it'd be a good idea to say, hey man, I'm glad he was convicted of all charges, even if he wasn't guilty. And later his reasoning is because he doesn't want his city to burn down. So oh Jesus. I hope everyone out there is smart enough to understand that a scared jury, which is what these people were, and apparently Greg is pissing his pants too. Again, you don't find people guilty of a crime based upon fear. And I'm not saying this is what happened, but this is what this man's implying. He later goes on to say, hey, you know what? I'm glad they found him guilty, even if he wasn't guilty, because I didn't want Minneapolis to burn the fuck down. That ain't the way this works, you dumb son of a bitch. And every single one of you who threatened to burn the city down, to loot, riot, and vandalize, again, that's not how this works, you dumb motherfuckers. That is absolutely incredibly insane what this man literally said was, I'm I'm glad that he may or may not have been wrongly convicted just so my house doesn't get vandalized. And he says that later, that his house may have been vandalized or not. Who knows? The guy's a piece of shit scumbag. But this is where we're at now, appeasing the woke mob so they don't burn our cities down. Now, I hate to make this reference, but appeasement didn't work out so well in the late 30s, early 40s, did it? And that's exactly what we're doing now. Now, it'll never be on that scale because eventually folks are going to get fucking tired of it and the woke mob's going to get put in their goddamn place. I mean, for instance, if there's a woke mob, coming up my driveway, I mean, I would never incriminate myself, but I mean, we know what's going to happen. I'm not going to put up with that shit. Okay? And I damn sure did not want Derek Chauvin convicted so my house or city wasn't vandalized. I wanted him convicted because he was fucking guilty, vandalization or not. So if he was actually guilty, nail that son of a bitch to the wall. But if he was convicted solely to preserve the shithole that is Minneapolis, I don't agree with that. And I sure as fuck don't agree with you, Greg, you gutless piece of shit, going on national television and saying dumb crap like that. Is you too, Nancy, you stupid bitch. Man, I'm getting fired up on this, and I'm sorry. But then that brings us to the dumbass of the week, or the year, or entire fucking career. And I unfortunately, or fortunately, doesn't matter, do not have the video or the audio for this, but you can find it easily. I'm sure you've all heard it. But Annie Maxine, oh, you crazy bitch. So before the verdict, she, I guess, left her California stronghold, flew to Minneapolis, said some dumb shit, and left. Basically the most cowardly, spineless thing that you could possibly do. But what she did is what she did earlier with the Trump thing. She flew to Minneapolis and said, hey, if they don't convict this guy on the hardest of charges, you need to get more confrontational and start fucking shit up even more. If that's not an incitement to violence, I don't know what is. She literally said, crank it up a notch if you don't get the result you want. Now, that is the whole goddamn problem with this country these days, is if you don't get what you want, you throw a fucking temper tantrum and burn down your city, you loot the Target, the Apple Store, the all that. That's the problem. If you don't get what you want, I got no problem with a peaceful protest. Make your signs, march, do whatever you want, but keep it peaceful. No guns, no fighting, no looting, no rioting, no burning, no none of that shit. No blocking goddamn traffic, none of that. Or why don't you just vote for people who aren't fucking stupid? Or I have an even better idea. And this is on a little community level, even a family and friends level. Maybe talk to your friends and say to them, hey man, no matter what happens, don't resist arrest. Don't do stupid shit. That's probably what needs to be said. And no one's going to listen to this from me, just like other people have said this. I'm not the only one that said this. This is not some revolutionary theory of mine or anything like that. But just stop doing stupid shit. And now, this will play in perfect. Stop resisting arrest, stop doing stupid shit, and let the courts play out. Oh, but Dutch, the courts are unfair and they won't play out. Fine. Then the Derek Chauvin trial was unfair and he should be let off. Oh, no, he's guilty. Justice prevailed today. Okay. So which is it? You can't have it both ways, motherfucker. You either stop resisting arrest, don't even give him the opportunity to shoot you or put his knee on your neck or anything like that. Now, the Chauvin thing we'll get into in a second, but do not give them the opportunity to mistake a taser for a gun. Just, fucking go to jail. Get your day in court and justice will prevail. The guilty guy, Derek Chauvin, was convicted. He's going to be put away for a while. Okay? He had his day in court. He was guilty. Do not give them that opportunity to put his knee on your neck for 9 minutes, which probably not the way to do things. But also probably not the way to do things is get hopped up on fucking drugs and act like a dumb shit. When you're being arrested outside your car for warrants and expired plates and all that crap, probably not a great idea to jump back in your car and try and run away. I mean, just go with the flow. And the flow is going to suck. Trust me, I've been arrested. I know how it works. However, though, did not resist, did not push back. Just went with the flow. Had my day in court and it all worked out. Yeah, but don't you're white. Maybe. But maybe if you didn't do dumb shit to begin with, it wouldn't matter what color your fucking skin was. But Annie Maxine's sitting out there inciting this crap, and she did it back with the Trump, and she got up there and said, hey, if you see any of Trump's cabinet members or under cabinet or any of that crap, you need to get in their face at dinner, and you need to make their lives blah, blah, blah. This bitch is crazy. She is an evil woman who has lost her goddamn fucking mind, and everybody puts her on national television. Oh, Annie Maxine, we love you so much. But Trump tells him, hey, man, go home peacefully. Cut that shit out. And he gets impeached for it after he's not president anymore. It's insane. And that, now we've come full circle. How you're a liberal today, how you still support these people. I mean, there's no more sympathy. Like, there's no more, well, we can come together. No, you're fucking stupid. Like, you're dumb. You're a dumb person who there's no reasoning with a crazy person. And if you're still in this boat with him, now there are some liberals that are not crazy. Blippo's not crazy, okay? He and I still get along fine. We're friends. Sometimes we choose just not to talk about politics, but I don't hate him for being a liberal. He doesn't hate me for being a conservative. We're fine. But if you're a crazy liberal who believes what Maxine Waters tells you, who believes what Nancy Pelosi said today, who believes that crap that gutless Gus or whatever his name said on Fox News, you're dumb and there's no way to meet in the middle with you because you're just so out of touch with reality that you're a fucking crazy person that needs to be locked up. 1779, your ass would have, or 1791, your ass would have been locked up in a padded room with straitjackets. I don't know if that existed back then, and that's the divide of this country. You have the completely fucking crazy and irrational, and then you have a difference of opinion between liberals and conservatives. But the extreme left is absolutely fucking nuts, and they're becoming a larger portion of the left, and that's why nothing's happening. I mean, that's absolutely it. So if you're in Minneapolis tonight and you're rioting, looting, which I haven't checked the news yet, but I'm almost positive that they are, or, you know what, surprise me. Hopefully Minneapolis is completely, utterly mournful tonight for the loss of 2 lives. George Floyd and Derek Chauvin, because his life's fucking over. That man's probably going to be in prison for a long, long time. Okay? So let's mourn the loss of 2 lives tonight. And let's not riot, loot, or burn anything down. Just go to your houses and hang out with your families. And if later you want to come back and have an honest conversation about what you think systematic racism is, or how everyone's treated unfairly and white people are horrible, fine, let's do that. But do not let Nancy Pelosi, do not let gutless Gus, whatever the fuck his name is, and do not let Maxine Waters dictate the conversation, because those are 3 of the craziest fucking people on the face of this planet. Okay, let's have an actual conversation. Because, I mean, let's face it, I hate to say this, and this will come back to bite me in the ass, I know. But what's going to change? Honestly, what's going to change? You don't think an innocent black man isn't going to get shot a month from now for resisting arrest? I hope it never happens again. But this, no. And the fucking moron saying defund the police, I don't even have time to discuss that. You are the stupidest person in the world. You're up there with Annie Maxine and all of them. But tonight, if you're in Minneapolis, if you're in Denver or Portland or any of these places, and even if you're hearing this tomorrow night or the next night or nights after that, instead of going out and rioting and looting like a dumb fucking uncontrollable monkey, why don't you go home and have a conversation with your family? Start there. Have an honest conversation. It isn't police brutality. It isn't racism. It isn't any of this. It's people making poor decisions and not being accountable for it. And I tell you what, Derek Chauvin's fucking accountable now. And George Floyd was a little bit too accountable. He paid the ultimate price for his poor decisions. Stupid tweets. All right, so I don't know if you guys remember, like a month or so ago, I had my nephews out here and they were watching that cartoon with the foreign dogs. I think they're Australian dogs or whatever. I guess the name of this cartoon is like Bluey. It's about a blue dog. Okay. And this is from Not the Bee. But this is, I saw this other places. And I made these statements because you guys heard me telling the nephew, we're not watching this foreign dog shit anymore. But, and I'm not an expert on this show, but trust me, I saw it enough that I think I have a pretty good grasp. It's a show made for very young children. We're talking like 3 to 5. And it's about a family of dogs, and it just so happens that they have Australian accents or something. I think they live in like Queensland or something like that. I don't know. But they're Australian dogs, and Bluey's the main character, and he's a blue dog. And I think he has a sister and a mom and dad. And it's like life lessons for fucking children, like sharing and real simple shit. Okay. This show has come under fire for, and I quote, kids cartoon Bluey criticized for not having disabled, queer, poor, gender diverse, or dogs of color. Holy fuck me sideways with a rusty hammer, you crazy fucks. Like, really, this is a cartoon made for a kid who still eats with his fingers and shits in his pants. And his mom changes it. His English is terrible. He still screams and yells and throws temper tantrums and, gobbledygook. Barely learning to walk at 3. I don't know. Now, the irony of this is the picture, but I don't know where this story actually came from. But the picture actually has different colored dogs. Like 2 of them, it looks like, are blue, and 2 of them are brown. So they have, I mean, that's colored diversification. I don't know if you have different races of dogs. That just seems fucking crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read all of this too. It was blah, 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 disabled, queer, poor, gender diverse dogs of color and single parent dog families. And I don't even know where to fucking start with this. How do you illustrate a poor dog? Like, I mean, I watched the show enough. Trust me. Like I said, I have a firm grasp of its simplicity because it is fucking made for 3-year-olds, so it ain't that complicated. I don't think they used money for anything, so I'm not sure how you would illustrate a poor dog. A gay one? Are you gonna introduce the boy dog? Which, again, there's no like gender specific in the show. Like there's Bluey, which I guess that could be male or female. I don't know his sister's name, and he might call him mom and dad, but I'm pretty sure even in a gay household, it's mom and dad. I think there's a man and a wife even in a gay marriage, but so I don't know how you would do gender diverse or queer. Are you gonna show Bluey humping his slightly less blue male friend? What the fuck? Um, yeah, or disabled. So all the dogs walk on two legs, like they look like people just painted as dogs. So are you gonna pop one in a wheelchair or make one walk on three legs? I don't. Again, this is so fucking insane. I don't even know what to do with it. So it's from the ABC Everyday website, by the way. But yeah, I'm not even sure how to appease, and there we are again, appease the crazy woke mob in a cartoon for fucking 3-year-olds. It's astonishing to me. First of all, who has the fucking time to do this? Like, who's sitting down there with their toddler watching this show and like, hey, that little blue dog isn't humping the other little blue dog who's identifies as male, and there's not a poor dog eating scraps. What the fuck is wrong with you people? This is why kids grow up fucked up in the head, is because their parents are fucked up in the head. And if you're a parent that agrees with this, give your kids up for adoption. You're not a parent. You're a grown child who needs to be stripped of all rights, and not rights. You get to keep your rights. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Your parental rights don't need to fucking go. You don't get to keep those. You're clearly unfit to take care of any children. All right, we'll wrap it up here with one of my favorites, which is just a stupid woman. And I'm not entirely sure there's any sound to this, but the sound isn't important. This is back to crazy, insane. I'm calling her a liberal. I absolutely assume this woman is a liberal because she has bought into the liberal propaganda this whole year about this pandemic. And I just want you to watch this video and then we'll talk about it. I can play it for you if you want, or you just watch it. Here we go. So here's no, I won't say anything. Watch. Here we go again. Here. All right. So I assume everyone saw that because I played it enough for you. But here's a woman in a store, and this is courtesy of Paul Joseph Watson. On Twitter, I saw this, and he's at Prison Planet. But he posted this video, so thanks, Paul. But I don't even know where to start. This is a woman with her kids in the car. It looks like she has a baby Bjorn on, or maybe just a ridiculous belt. Yeah, I think it's just a ridiculous belt. I don't know, that gray there, though. Okay. With a can of Lysol, she definitely has a mask on. With a can of Lysol that she's spraying in front of her children to disinfect the air in front of them as she pushes her cart forward. Are you out of your goddamn mind? This is child abuse. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. This is what child abuse looks like. You can't be this level of insane and still be in charge of, I only see one kid, but maybe there's two. She's in charge of another human life. How fucked up are her kids going to be? My mom's worn a mask my entire life, and she sprays Lysol in front of me. That is the perfect recipe for a normal upbringing. This is just absolutely crazy. Like, I didn't think it could get any crazier than double masking. I'm sure this bitch has 3 masks on. But spraying Lysol in the air in front of your children and then pushing them through there to disinfect the air. I mean, that's a brand new level of crazy. Like, if she was shitting on the floor, eating her shit, and then rubbing it in her hair partially, I would be less shocked than this. How do you think that aerosol of Lysol disinfectant, whatever that crap's made out of, feels in the child's eyes, lungs, mouth? I'm pretty sure it says do not inhale or ingest that stuff, but she just airlized it in front of her kids and like pushed little Susie and Bobby through it. They're just like, oh, mommy, that feels good. That burns the nostrils. I'm a little lightheaded. What the hell? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Not all of you watch the videos, but quick, it's a mom in a grocery store or something pushing her kids, and then in front of the cart, she literally like sprays Lysol and then pushes them through it to disinfect the air. It's fucking crazy, absolutely nuts. I got nothing left. This is just, holy hell, this is insane where we're at right now. But hey, I like always, I appreciate everyone who listens to this. I hope you share it with your friends. I hope you like us and subscribe us on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all that. At Twitter, Dutch in Denver, no I. Everywhere else, it's Dutch in Denver with an I. We're on Apple iTunes. We are finally on iHeartRadio. So yeah, you can find us there. Anchor.fm/Dutch in Denver. YouTube Dutch in Denver. That's where you can see the videos. We're everywhere. Help me build this channel, this platform. I would love to do this all the time. You watch me stream. We've updated the video a little bit. Hopefully it's better. If it's not, let me know. And like I say, I can't appreciate you guys enough for everything, listening, subscribing, liking, everything you do. Batman, I appreciate your audio editing. Until next time, guys. Bye.